What was the list of people you come up with that Billy voiced? Because when you were saying it, Billy said over there going, and I'll do every one of them.
I will.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was a asthma hound chihuahua, which was a little bit south of the border, but he talked like Peter Lorre sometimes, and other times he talked like Big Daddy and Cat in a Hot Tin Roof.
Yeah.
Stop or I'll shoot. I told you I'd shoot, but you wouldn't believe me. Why wouldn't you believe me? And then he would be like, oh, Stimpy. Like the German expressionistic, Peter Lorre. I'd like a couple of hamburgers, please, and make them raw. And then it was like that, you stupid fool! What was it? Hey, Ren, will you button me? Which was an amped-up Larry Fine.
Sure.
You shut up, you fool! Yes, I shall kill you!
Have you done Popeye professionally?
Yeah, I did it for Fox, the Quest for Popeye, and it was the hardest job I ever did. Ever. Because it is like a buzzsaw in your throat. Hey, Popeye, how'd you like to make a few bucks? Want to make some dough as a babysitter? You mean you wants me to sit like a baby? That's easy. You know what? The dream of my life came true. There was a 3D Bugs Bunny short released before the movie Mysterious Island with The Rock. Do you remember that, The Hunter's Lament?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Greetings. Boom. My name is a Duffy. Boom. They built it into a cartoon. And Elmer Fudd, which I had been doing for probably 10, 15 years, was not anywhere related to it in any other way, but it was The Hunter's Lament. So it's the original Mel Blanc recording. They did Daffy in 3D, and they had me as Elmer Fudd, and at the end, my name was next to his in the credits.
Wow. What was the Elmer Fudd part?
Oh, it was after him shooting him.
Yeah.
But he was coming to watch the opera, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And he's reading the program. And it says program on it. He didn't say much. He was like, the usual, like, shh, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. He was the only character that went from like 0 to 60. He was like a little child. It's like a rabbit in the woods. And then he would just snap. And he'd be like a clock tower guy with his gun, It's like, come out of there or I'll blast you. Yeah, okay, so Ren and Stimpy. Did I do that? I did it.
Yeah, you did Ren and Stimpy.
Then I did Doug
Yeah.
on Nickelodeon. He was a painfully shy 11-and-a-half-year-old. And this is my dog, Porkchop. Oh, and this is the bad kid, Roger Klotz, the bully. Yeah, come here, loser. Hey, hello, world. This is Roger Klotz. I'm running for office, so vote for this! So get you on something.
What's another one on the list? We got through Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we got through Doug.
Is this awful? How awful is this?
Everybody
Tell me.
on Futurama. Everybody except Katie Seagal, right? Everybody except the girl.
Yeah, Philip J. Fry, reporting for duty. Man, all this constant exposure to radiation is making me thirsty.
And, let's see, Dr. Zoidberg. Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster. And leave the maggots on it. And he's another one that I had to bring stooges to. I do this for every show. Somebody's got to make stooge noises. And it was Dr. Zoidberg. He does the claw thing, and it's Curly going...
How do you do that last thing? What is that? Oh, you're doing it. It's not with the fingers.
No, because Curly didn't do it either. It was a sound effect. Stupid. Boy, you believe everything, dude. No. It should be more like that. So I was off. So I didn't get enough sleep. Zapp Branigan.
Zapp Branigan, yeah.
Who's based on, he's a composite of all the big dumb disc jockeys I not only grew up listening to, but I actually worked with a few of them.
Yeah.
There were still some, Tyrannosauruses left. I called them big dumb announcers. When I first came to town, New York, and I met you, I was on Madison Ave, and I thought of it as like a documentary, like, 50 years ago, a species roamed up and down Madison Avenue. They were thunderous, they were heavy, they were loud, and loved more than anything else in the world the sound of their own voice. They were called Big Dumb Announcer. And then cut to 50 years later, it's like, I'm like, then a new breed showed up. We're able to do anything those guys could do and wound up being able to piss circles around them. They were like raptors. They were more vicious and cutthroat, and they were so facile. They were known as Little Dumb Announcers. It's Johnny Ben and the Human Cannon saying what's in you has got to come out, and that's rock and roll is all about. Before we slop here, we got some Roy Orbison, 1961 on K-Earth 101. You got to hit that post. Boom.
Yeah.
And it's like, dum, 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 dee, doo, ah. So Zapp Branigan was a combination of all those guys. They carried their voice and carried their balls in a wheelbarrow. It's like... this is Zapp Branigan, master of time, space, and everything else in between, and, winner of this year's Modesty Award. And they used that hamburger helper of words, like they'd make 3 syllables out of 1 syllable word, coming to the Worcester Centrum. Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like you're swinging with every pitch. You're so afraid to let a natural breath of air come in. It's like, oh shit, 30 seconds have gone by and I haven't used every word in the English language yet. Just that kind of crap. And so Zapp was like that. Fry, let me give you a piece of love advice. The way to a woman's bed is through her parents. Sleep with them and you're in.